to James Anderson, incidentally, according to Chad's mock draft. He's a first-rounder. Let's listen in now as they explain this drill.
Here we go. Get to the sideline now. Get to the sideline.
Okay, Jay, you wanted to get back to Stanley Robinson momentarily.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the attributes that he really possesses is he has an extra gear. I think at times he has the ability to go out and get the basketball, to get second chance opportunities. He has shown the range and stepping back, something he's worked on over the last couple of years, stepping out in a pick and roll scenario or pick and pop. I think the question for him is, I think at times he hasn't really shown that aggressive mentality consistently. I think if he can continue to do that and continue to play with that extra gear, I mean, Ben Wallace, guys, I'm comparing him to Ben Wallace, but Ben Wallace possessed that extra gear where he went after every second chance opportunity. If Stanley Robinson can do that and really make his niche, I think he can find a way into the NBA and be there for a long time.
Well, I want to go back to Andy's interview with James Anderson. And to me, I applaud every guy who is a lockdown lottery pick that comes here, recognizing that all you're doing is demonstrating skill. You're only confirming what people have already thought about you. For the guys who aren't here, you're not competing against anybody. You're competing against yourself. And it would give me pause when, I don't care if it's the agent or the player, if you're not here to demonstrate that you've got the skills, because that's what this is about. This is purely about skills. Yeah, we talked on the periphery about attitude and body language. If you've got something to hide, and I know they have the individual workouts with the teams, etc., but as a whole, show me you got the courage to come out here and demonstrate and help me confirm what I already thought.
Well, you know, the one thing, Lynn, about that, and I think you're absolutely right, but the problem you have there is these players get these agents.
I know.
And they say, well, I'm 20 years old, 19, I'm supposed to listen to this guy as an advisor, and the agents are trying to protect themselves because they say, well, my guy isn't going, why is your guy going? So it becomes a game, and then we all.
I've been in that game.
Yeah,
but I always encourage my guys to go. At the time, it was in Orlando back in the early 90s, and all of my guys had to go. Simply because, again, you're just confirming what people already know about you. If you're going to be the best, you come out here and be with the best.
Well, vice versa, a lot of those players might not have all those skills. So you can't see that vice versa, opposite side for the agent. They might want to hide some of those players.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It would give me pause now.
Yeah. Even underneath. If you're buying a new car, they don't want you to test drive it. There's got to be something wrong with it.
But no one. But on the other end, no one has pause about John Wall not being here, or Evan Turner. I mean, it's not going to change your assessment that his agent told him not to be here.
You know, we talk about Jordan.
But there's a lot of other guys. Those are the two probably most dynamic players in the draft. We can give them a pass. But beyond that, I mean, there are questions about, Aminu. There are questions about some of the other guys who didn't show up.
Now, I mentioned the fact that America was introduced to him during the NCAA tournament. You guys knew all about him. And no-brainer coming out?
I'm not so sure about that. Look, I mean, if Butler were, if Butler were in one of the media centers, we'd know all about Gordon Hayward. But the fact that they played in the Horizon League where they dominated,
his stock is as high as it's probably going to be. Yeah. And I don't even think we have a great gauge for that, because I know teams are looking at him all the way up in the mid-lottery to the mid-first round. I mean, he's a guy I think people are still getting a handle on. I think people are going to be surprised he's a better athlete than people think he is. He didn't shoot well from three-point percentage his sophomore year, but the guy shot 44% from three his freshman year. Clearly, he was the go-to guy. Defense is focused on him his second year. He won't be asked to do that in the NBA. He's not going to be asked to be the number one guy on a team. I think he's a better player than people are giving him credit for.
And last year, he might have given thought to coming out. Still a pretty good player his freshman year, but he stayed an extra year, got so much better, got a chance to be on the big stage, and I think that catapulted him into the forefront of most of the minds in the NBA.
You know, Chad and Len, we've got a couple of Duke alums here. What were your thoughts when that last shot? When Gordon Hayward took that last shot, especially when CBS showed the end zone camera. I thought it was going in. Did you guys?
Well, I was at the arena, so yeah, it did look like it was going in, and I was just